Today, we are looking back to early March for my final sunset shoot in the Tetons of 2020. After spending the afternoon photographing wildlife, I found a spot for a sunset shoot that was facing the Tetons. Although a number of technical issues threatened to derail my shot, I get one last chance for a beautiful sunset shot of the mountains. All right, back up in Jackson, and today is Thursday, March 4th, and I'm back up in Jackson for a few last days before heading back to Michigan. And I think today, instead of skiing, the spring weather has kind of come in. So it's about 45 degrees and sunny right now, so it's a beautiful day out. And today, I'm gonna go take some time to drive out toward the national park, but not to the national park. Actually go up a side road near it called Gros Ventre Road, see if I can't see any wildlife, because as long as I've been in Jackson here now this year, I haven't really seen a whole lot. I've seen a couple moose up at the resort, but that's about it. So I'm gonna see if I can't do some exploring out that way and come across some more wild animals, maybe some moose, buffalo. Spent some time getting some shots of the mountains in the nice blue sun, kind of get some good shots of just the different faces and everything. And yeah, now I think I'm gonna load everything up and get heading out toward the national park, see if we can't see some wild critters. So here we go. All right, I've come out. I'm in Grand Teton National Park right now. I'm at one of the first little pull-offs, and there's a bunch of people stopped looking around. So I'm thinking, oh, no kidding, there he is. There's a moose down in the river. He's out there. So they love this kind of area. Everybody's coming to stop, it looks like. There's a couple people up here taking pictures right by the road, as you can tell, so sorry if the audio's not any good. I'm gonna stop and take a shot, see what I can get right here, and then we're gonna continue on, see if we can't get any more. So let me take this shot. Let me take this shot real quick and I'll be back. Just finished shooting them, got some good pictures, some good videos, and yeah, some good shots. They're not really doing a whole lot. They're just kind of poking around in the snow looking for grass or twigs, or either way, got a good couple shots, especially with the mountains in the background. So pretty happy with how all this has started. Like I said, I'm barely 5 minutes out of town, and I've already got some shots of some moose. So that's one animal I was hoping to see, and maybe some buffalo. I think I'm gonna have to get back on this road, on this Gros Ventre Road, headed back to the east into those mountains, into the Gros Ventre range. I might have a chance of seeing something out there. I'm not really gonna get my hopes up for a wolf, but if I see one, then that's icing on the cake. So yeah, either way, good start to a day of wildlife shooting. Got a nice couple images of some moose, and we're gonna see if we can't keep it rolling. So here we go. Just saw an eagle. There was an eagle posted up on the side of the river out there. He was a little far away, so it was kind of hard to really get a good close shot of him, but I definitely still got some good shots of him standing on the riverbank with the mountains in the background. And, but then he decided to take off and fly low right down the river, and then kind of head out a little further out, so I got a couple good shots of that. Okay, so this is about as far as I'm going to go today on my little wildlife safari. I have just about made it to the end of the road, as you can tell. So can't really go much farther even if I wanted to. And aside from that, even though I did see 2 moose, got a shot of an eagle, I really have not seen a whole lot of other critters. I haven't seen many other critters running around. So, you know, it kind of is what it is. You know, it's a big area. There's a lot of land out here with nobody around. So the wildlife really has a lot of room to spread out, which is really cool. Part of the reason I love it here. But unfortunately, that means usually most of the wildlife isn't too close to the roads. And I'm not really doing any hiking or exploring kind of into the hills or the mountains today. I'm just kind of seeing what I can see from the road. And so I can't really be too surprised that I haven't seen much more than what I've seen, but I'm gonna head back out toward the national park, the main road for the national park, maybe even toward town, and start trying to find a spot to shoot the sunset from. There are some really high clouds that were looking really good earlier. Now they're kind of moving out. So I'll see what it looks like when I get back out to the valley, I guess. Yeah, I think that calls it for the wildlife safari today. All right, here we go. I'm gonna drive back. Hello again, friends. I have come back out to the Gros Ventre Road. I'm back on Gros Ventre Road, above the Gros Ventre River, and I'm gonna shoot sunset from out here. I found this place as I was heading out earlier, and thought, well, actually I was headed down the road, saw this awesome view of the Tetons, and was like, wait, the hill's up behind me. I wonder if there's a good spot to view it from up there. So I came back up real quick and checked it out, and sure enough, at this little pullout that I stopped at earlier and didn't really think much of, just kind of looked up toward the landslide there. There's a little pathway that goes out this direction, out there, toward the national park, and it has a fantastic view, perfect view, right to the Tetons. So I'm gonna head back out there, and I've got a good amount of time to set up. So what I think I'm gonna do is, I think I'm going to do a slider. I think I'm gonna do a motion time lapse and get a panning time lapse of the sun kind of illuminating the clouds. There's some really high, thin, wispy clouds that I'm hoping will catch the light. And so what I'll do is I'll show you when I get out there. I'm gonna get everything set, and I'll kind of show you the scene and what I'm thinking for a shot. I'll show you all that when I get out there. Well, I don't know how this shoot's gonna go. I did set up my slider and bring it out with me. The sun is going down behind the ridge up there, which I didn't really think about that when I was first looking. I thought it was gonna go down more out here behind the actual mountains in the distance. So unfortunately, I've already lost the light here. There's still some good light out there, and there's still some clouds that might catch the light. But they don't even look as good as they did a little bit ago. So kind of is what it is, I guess. You know, you never really know until you get out and shoot. So my hopes for this sunset shoot have they're not as high as they were when I was first driving back out. So like, this is a hell of a view of the Tetons. I've never found this before, and honestly, it's grown on me. It's quickly becoming one of my favorite views. So I could definitely see, if I'm back here in the spring at all, I could definitely see coming up here and shooting a sunset where the sun's setting more up here directly west. Well, west is more that way, I guess. But either way, you know, toward the summer solstice, maybe even if I don't know, if I get back out here in the summer ever, this would be a really good spot to shoot from. So what I've done instead of with my slider is I have set up my tripod there, and it's just kind of taking a real simple time lapse, you know, just static shot of the sun going behind the ridge over there, and the mountains over, that's a little too far, the mountains over there. So yeah, it's kind of getting a good shot of that view. Just gonna enjoy it for what it is, enjoy being out here, enjoy having some peace and quiet, enjoy a beautiful view. Whether or not I get a shot, there's a lot to enjoy. So nothing to complain about at all. nothing at all. So, all right, yep, I'll just kind of keep shooting and keep updating as the sun goes down, and we'll see if we get any light. I don't really know if I'm gonna get a good shot tonight. The original shot that I was hoping for, facing the Tetons and the sunset and the clouds, the light just never really materialized, and the sun didn't quite set exactly where I thought it would, so the light went faster than normal because it kind of went behind a close ridge. I thought it was going to set. I thought it was going to be more north and west, so I thought the light would stay golden and high a bit longer, and it didn't really do that. It set further to the south than I expected. So yeah, the light didn't really end up happening over there, and so then because of that, I decided to come try to shoot this over here, which actually, holy shit, look at that light. Look at that. Yeah, it's kind of going. It looks good to the eye right now, but there's no light on the foreground. I'll still probably try to pop off one shot here. But yeah, like I said, by the time I got over here with my gear, by the time I decided to abandon that shoot over there because of light and the composition, well, I didn't really end up liking it as much as I thought I might. And a good composition is all the difference. So I came over here to try to shoot this far ridge back here behind me. By the time I got over here to do a time lapse of the light, there was perfect pink light going up it. And by the time I got all my equipment back here to shoot, the light was halfway up the mountain. So there wasn't really a point to trying to do that. But yeah, now I might try to get a shot of the light hitting these clouds, because that's actually pretty good. So I'm gonna throw my telephoto lens on and see if I can't get something. Although I don't know, I'm struggling to find a composition. I don't know if that's just because I feel like I'm a bit burnt out because I've been doing so much shooting the last few weeks, whether it's shooting myself, shooting the landscapes, shooting whatever. I don't know, like I'm just struggling to find compositions that are grabbing me the way that I have been able to in the past. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think this is one that, like, the light's back, it's looking all right back there, but it's not the most vibrant I've ever seen. It's not even that incredible. It's fairly dull. You can just kind of see the pink and orange hues. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna let Mother Nature have this one, and I'm just gonna enjoy it, focus on enjoying it and being here in this moment, because this is a beautiful moment. And so it's a calm, a little bit of wind, but not too bad. It's pretty calm, and it is really peaceful out, so I really don't feel like rushing and trying to swap lenses and try to find a composition that I'm not 100% sold on, or that I don't think is that great. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna let Mother Nature have this sunset, and I'm just gonna enjoy it. So, you know, sometimes that happens. I have shot, I don't even know, I can't even count how many sunsets I've shot, and a lot of them actually turn out pretty good. Some of them definitely don't turn out at all, and I never even end up posting the photos. And then a couple, not very often, a couple end up like tonight, where it's just, you know, I can't find a composition. The light, it's okay, it's not great, it's not bad, and yeah, I just kind of got to let this one be what it's going to be. And, you know, maybe I'll start driving back out toward the mountains. No, that light's all smothered. Yeah, there's a pretty big band of clouds out there that I think is going to start smothering that light. So, and the light back there is already starting to fade on those clouds. So. Okay, last little update, mostly because we're just about done. The light is almost gone. There we go. You can, now the camera's catching. Sorry, the light is almost gone, so sorry this is a little dark. But I'll be damned if I said I was gonna let Mother Nature have this one and I was just gonna enjoy it because the light didn't look very good. I was packing everything up, getting ready to leave, and I looked back over toward the Tetons, and a band of clouds behind this mountain called Buck Mountain just caught the light, absolutely got set on fire. and it was there are 2 peaks over there, and the band was it was a good composition, it was good lighting, it was a great view, like it had everything I was looking for. So I did exactly what I said I wasn't gonna do tonight. I rushed and threw on my my telephoto lens, threw everything on the tripod, sprinted back out to that point that I was first at, and threw the tripod down and had time to take about 2 or 3 photos before the light went kaput. And I'm pretty happy with them, at least from what I see on the back of the camera. We'll see how they look once I get back to the house and get them offloaded onto the camera or onto the computer. I get a chance to start editing them. But they may, one of those 3 ought to have come out, and it may have saved the night as far as getting a shot. So yeah, tonight's shoot has been up and down. Thought I was going to have a really good composition and viewpoint. Stopped, then I didn't think I was going to. Then I saw another thing that I thought was going to be really good. Then that one ended up not looking really good. And then finally, I ended up taking some shots back toward the Tetons. So, you know, I didn't get the time lapse that I was hoping for, but I do think I got a good shot. So I guess I'm satisfied. I'm happy. It was a great day. It was a fun day. Did some exploring, spent a good amount of time on my own. It's been fun. So, but I'm clearly losing the light because it's getting pretty damn dark. And so yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I did end up rushing and taking a shot. So you will be seeing the final version of that here in just a sec. So go ahead and enjoy.